Welcome to the Ian and Taryn podcast.
Online.
So welcome to the Ian and Taryn podcast. We are featured with Dave from CBD Life Balance. We're just going to jump right into it. We're having a great conversation before this, so we'll just continue it. So Dave, you're talking about the fitness industry. You were referring to the body pump program by Les Mills.
Yeah.
Yes. And more or less that people are not as active as they should be.
Exactly. Yeah. We were also talking about, I have another side project called Mental Meatheads.
And Mental Meatheads. The
main purpose of Mental Meatheads is to try to make fitness much more accessible to a larger portion of our population. And I think that largely comes in how we package fitness and how we approach it.
Definitely.
The fitness industry is really heavily geared towards hyperbole, right?
Yeah. And magic pills and everything like that.
Yeah. So it's either a magic miracle cure or it's, harder, faster, stronger, bigger, whatever. And, the most people, they just want to be able to live their lives comfortably. They
100%.
Want to get down on the floor and play with their grandkids when they eventually have grandkids.
Yeah.
They want to be comfortable in their lives. So there's a lot of really cool things that can be done inside of that does not involve, six-pack abs or, extreme sex appeal.
Yeah, definitely.
So
the aesthetics is not necessarily healthy, especially when you think of all the supplements or outside things people might be taking to gain that. So it's a little tough.
Absolutely. And I love sexy people.
Yeah.
I love sexy bodies. I'm a human being just like everybody else.
Definitely.
And so I totally understand the appeal of that.
Yeah.
The problem comes when that is your primary motivation for going to the gym, right? When you are younger and you're 18 to 25 years old and you're living and loving life and your primary goals are dating and finding that future mate.
Right.
Of course that's going to be your primary focus. But when you get older, it becomes kind of selfish. And the problem with that is that other things quickly get in the way, right? If you're going to the gym for, sex appeal, right? And your job is demanding and your kids are demanding and all these other life responsibilities are pulling and calling on you, the gym's going to fall away. It's just no longer a priority.
Yeah, it just takes so much time. And in fact, I do need to say this. I'm 27, and Taryn's not here, but she would beat me up if I was just quiet. Currently, I'm in like the bodybuilding stage where I just started bodybuilding.
Excellent.
Which it's essentially for what you're saying is sex appeal. Like I'm not doing any sports or anything like that. So I don't want to sit here and act like, like I'm not a part of what you're saying because Taryn would beat me up.
That's totally cool.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to think that I'm bashing on bodybuilding because I'm not.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding involves an extreme level of discipline. And in that sense, my background is in martial arts. And so I can actually respect the effort that goes into bodybuilding. And at 27 years old, I think that's a fantastic thing for you to be doing.
Yeah,
right?
It's been fun for me. I've been putting on weight like crazy, which is weird because I started out at like 130 pounds, basically anorexic, and now I'm 165 in maybe 4 months now. So it's been quite a ride.
Awesome.
As far as I can tell, that's just what they call noob gains, I would do some push-ups and sit-ups, but I wasn't really lifting. So I figure I'm probably more or less around what I should be. the weight I
Yeah.
should have been to start with. But it's been fun for me.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And that's a perfect thing for you to be doing. Um, when you get, I'm 46.
Yeah.
So when you get to be a little bit older and, my oldest daughter is 21, my youngest is 16. So I can't, especially when they were younger and coming up, it's much harder for me to justify to my wife, hey, I'm going to be, working on biceps and back
Right.
today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not going to be able to,
Yeah. Can't pick up the kids from school. Yeah.
but I still argue that that guy, me, with, toddler children or whatever, even moms with toddler children actually need to be in the gym. And the reason is that the work that you're doing in the gym makes you more capable of doing everything else that you need to do.
Oh, definitely. And simply of having like a lower resting heart rate, will keep your heart healthy to live longer, especially as a male your age.
Yeah.
The widowmaker, heart attack will be less likely to happen if
The,
you're more fit.
in addition to those physical gains that you make and having a healthy body,
Yeah.
you also are constantly engaged in what I like to call a battle with gravity, right?
Oh,
And
definitely.
so you're lifting, you're moving your body through space, you're essentially giving yourself challenges to overcome.
Yeah. And the
And
mental toughness too.
exactly.
Yeah.
So by consistently facing those challenges and overcoming those challenges, you are much more suited to meet, you know, carpool lines
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Definitely.
deadlines with your boss
Yeah.
and that friggin' line at Costco or that cashier who just is completely clueless.
Oh, yeah.
All of those challenges of life, you're just in a better position to handle them.
It's all about being
So,
more level-headed, yeah. And in fact, I don't know if you know of Rhonda Patrick, Dr. Rhonda Patrick.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
I
so you
follow
listen
her.
to Joe Rogan?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay,
I do.
awesome. I just heard a stat from her. Take two obese people. If one of the obese people is just semi-active, like they go on walks, they do a little bit of something, they're gonna live 8 years longer than the
Yep.
sedentary obese person. Which, when you put it that way, it's kind of crazy to avoid, a simple walk around the block.
Yeah.
You know?
Our fundamental prime directive as humans, if you will, is to move. Our bodies were
Right.
designed to move. Our bodies, there's vital systems in our body that are dependent upon movement.
Definitely.
And yeah, so by having that capacity makes a huge difference in our health and well-being.
Yeah, and I mean, and now with technology, we're moving away from the movement and like, oh, I don't need to go to the store. I'll just have like Postmates come bring me something or whatever, It's like we're almost going the wrong way,
Yeah,
and it's like
absolutely.
people are like, oh, I can't sleep. It's like, well, did you work out? Are you exhausted at all?
Yeah.
So you start to wonder, but you listen to Joe Rogan, so you know all these things that he preaches.
Yeah.
I always tell him there should be some sort of like, not that I talk to him personally, but I leave comments like, yeah, I leave comments like there should be a convention because everyone that I talk to that listens to him, like we all kind of have the same mindset of like, improving yourself, being right to others, uh, treating people like you want to be treated, that type of thing. And it's so different and so intellectual. It's so different from any other podcast or, say, comedian, because he seems like so much more than that.
Yeah,
There
definitely.
should be a convention that we can all meet each other.
He goes deep for sure. I have a lot
Yeah.
of respect for that.
And it's nice that he'll have like a comedian on and then like a doctor or whoever. It's like such a mix of people. It's really enjoyable.
Yeah, for sure.
So speaking of that, did you get into the CBD business recently, or it's been a gradual thing over time?
Actually, no, I would say that it's actually been a recent occurrence.
Yeah.
First, um, I first started taking CBD personally back in September of last year.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, so
Okay.
I've been running my gym for a little over 12 years now.
And what's the name of your gym if you want to shout it out?
Sure, my gym is Agoge Fitness Systems, and I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, how do you spell that?
Agoge.
Fitness Systems. Awesome. And what kind of gym is it?
We are the island of misfit toys. Um, we do powerlifting. We teach Muay Thai and yoga. Hopefully by summer we'll be including a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu program.
Awesome.
And,
So just like
and
the On It Academy type of thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, very similar to what they do over at Onnit. I'd say the difference between us and Onnit is that our primary market is all of those people who would otherwise not go to the gym.
Oh, okay. That's a good market because that's a pretty big market.
Yeah,
I
so
like that.
it's a hard sell at times, but I think it's an underserved community and population, and I really enjoy introducing fitness to people and showing them what they're capable
Yeah.
of because most people have no idea.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't want to judge you, but are you from Alabama?
Yeah, absolutely, I am
Really?
born
I
and
don't
raised.
hear any kind of an accent at all, you know?
I hear that a lot. Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. That's incredible. So do you have a Instagram for your gym?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Instagram for the gym is at Agoge Fit Beham, AGOGEFITBHAM.
Awesome. And how are you doing on that with followers and whatnot?
Not too bad. Not too
Okay.
bad. Yeah.
Because I was gonna give you some pointers on the CBD
Yeah.
Instagram.
Please do.
The more you interact, the better. You seem to be
Yeah.
on there just enough, but with CBD, for me, if say I was running it, like I'm not a master at it, but I've learned to get some followers. I
Hmm.
would just search the hashtag CBD, like and follow all those people.
Yep.
Like there's a limit, maybe 300 a day. And then go to like, marijuana or medical marijuana, search that hashtag, follow those people. You have to get out there and follow people to grow your own.
Yes.
It's one of those things where I feel like people go, oh, it's a great picture I posted. Like, this will bring in the followers. When really it's like you got to bring them in yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You're
it's
right.
tough.
Yeah. Unfortunately for me, and I'm trying to get better at it. I am of the Facebook generation, and
Definitely.
so making the transition over to Instagram has been proving to be a challenge. But I'm up for it. I'm willing to
Definitely,
make the
yeah. And
leap.
it is a different thing. It's kind of less wordy, more photo-y, that type
Yeah.
of thing. More hashtags. But if you're running a gym, you can do like hashtag barbell, hashtag elliptical. I don't. Are you more CrossFit? Would you say, or more circuit training at your gym?
Um,
Not to use CrossFit in like a bad term, but
no,
more.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying. If I were to choose between those two, I'd say
Yeah.
more CrossFit. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Which honestly, as a fitness repairman, I love those gyms because they don't see me a lot. You save so much not having a treadmill, or
Yeah.
you might have a rower or something, which
Yeah.
I come see that rower maybe once every 2 years. Like, it's really the way to go. And
Yeah.
being functionally fit is so much better. Like, I say that as a new bodybuilder, but like I know the difference between being functionally fit and just aesthetics. It's really the way to go. Sleds and all that stuff. That's what I would do, at least.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's
more
good.
fun as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
I really enjoy getting out there and playing with weight and moving through space. And
definitely.
so yeah.
Instead of just sitting on a bike or whatever for an hour, I'm at the
Right.
gym and I'm like, I look at these people. I'm like, like you could be doing so much more.
Yep.
But when I heard that stat from Rhonda Patrick about doing something is better than nothing, I started to kind of tone back on that whole feeling like, hey, at least something's being done. They're not just on the couch, you know? So you got to take it with a grain of salt, I guess. So as it must be hard for you being in Alabama and doing the CBD thing.
So being in Alabama has really shaped the tone of our company for sure.
Right.
You know, we are not a medical marijuana state.
Right.
And so
some would say the complete opposite.
Yes, right?
Yeah. I'm in California, so I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. The irony is that Mississippi has a medical marijuana law and we do not.
Oh, okay.
So the last law that was passed here that was even remotely close to that was what was called Lennys Law in 2017. They passed a law basically allowing CBD usage.
Oh, awesome.
Our product is a CBD isolate.
Yeah.
So we can guarantee 100% THC free.
Okay,
So,
and that was going to be my question. So for you procuring, we'll say the raw materials, it's easier that way.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
So,
and that's how you showed that drug test being THC free.
That's right.
Because I just got into like what's it called? Charlotte's Web. I just started that a little while ago. And my understanding is it's like 5-1 THC or 20-1, something like that, where there's always some THC.
Yep.
But with your way of not having any, you're for one avoiding the potential consequences in your state, and you're giving people who like could be in trouble for popping for that, you know, a clean slate, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there who would like to be able to try CBD who don't because they're afraid that they won't pass a test.
Definitely.
You know, there's still tons of jobs out there. Even in California, I mean, you've got employers over there who, you know, if you pop hot on a test, they'll fire you because that's company policy.
Yeah, and even deeper than that, it can be life insurance or whatever. They can go, say if I don't smoke weed anymore, I used to back in the day, but if I'm on here talking about, oh yeah, I smoke all the time, like Joe Rogan said, they call him a smoker. They don't distinguish between a tobacco or a weed smoker. It's you're a smoker, you get charged X amount more per year. You know, so it's all those things you have to battle. But especially in your state, you could understand, are we doing opioids, or are we going to go to this over here? You know, it's such a clear answer for me. But there's so much money saying, let's stick with the pharmaceuticals. It's kind of scary.
It's very scary, right? I mean, I'm a businessman,
right?
And I'm a capitalist, and I'm a firm believer in the profit motive, and I don't have any problem with that. But I fully understand that the profit motive will shape your drives, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
There are people out there who are willing to do less than ethical things because it's more profitable.
Right.
Right. And so if profit is your only motivation, then you run the risk of doing damage. Right.
Yeah. And these pharmaceutical companies in California, they're buying up all the medical marijuana grows and the patents and all this stuff because they're trying to buy it and then hide it forever. You know, and it's like, we see it happening. We can't do anything about it. You know, there's just so much money behind it. It's just one of those things. So with you having no THC whatsoever, federally, are you okay? Or is it still like a state to state thing when it comes to shipping?
Federally, our understanding is that we're fine.
Yeah.
So,
and is that multiple lawyers or you have a guy you trust?
No, that's multiple lawyers.
Okay.
The 2014 Farm Bill says that any cannabis product that has less than 0.3% THC by weight
Yeah.
is a hemp product.
Right. And you're allowed
Our
to
pro
ship it and all that stuff.
Exactly. So
Okay.
that means, you can buy hemp seeds at Costco, right?
Right.
You can buy, you go down to go down to your local gas station, you can buy a hemp wallet, or you go down to, your health food store and you can buy a hemp Baja or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So you can buy all of these hemp fiber products because they have less than 0.3% THC by weight, right?
Perfect.
Nobody's going to smoke a wallet.
Right.
Nobody gets high off of their hemp seed cereal that they
Yeah.
had for breakfast.
No, definitely not.
Okay, so my product is no different from any of those other products. I have zero THC.
Perfect. Yeah.
So,
And
there's
that's got to
nothing
be
to
such a
prosecute.
benefit for you as far as selling to whatever state you want. You're kind of free.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, at least some California products, it's like 5-1 or whatever it is, 10-1. Then I imagine you can't ship it, period. So what do? You have to drive it? I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works
Yeah,
either.
that doesn't seem like fun to me.
I do know that there are, because I've been in talks with some local health food stores here. Charlotte's Web is one of the big players in the industry. They were one of the first, and
Yeah.
they're a major position product. They're sold here. So there are stores here that are carrying their product.
Oh,
and
really? Okay.
Yeah. And they're claiming less than 0.1% THC.
Yeah.
So I hope that's the case.
Yeah, I am with you in that I don't 100% probably agree with that, but you never know.
Yeah.
I,
My thing is, and this is what I tell the store owners that I talk to. It's like, I hope that this product that you're carrying, gives you that, is doing what they claim they are doing.
yeah.
But I guarantee you that my product is doing what I say it's going to do. There's zero THC in this product.
Right, and I wonder if, like, as some kind of a good sales technique, you could go in and go with the tester, go, hey, look, here's mine, boom, drop it on the tester,
Yep.
and then, buy a bottle of Charlotte's Web and then go, boom, look at this,
Yeah.
Because that's quite a risk for them to take if they're not 100% sure.
You're absolutely right.
I can't imagine the laws are easy on that type of thing. But
Yeah.
I'm glad
We're
to
in
see that you're doing it over there,
Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's something that I feel good about, and I have historically been a smoker myself.
Right.
I was, I no longer smoke, and I don't have any problem with it. I have no
Right.
problem with legalization. And obviously I see the value, in the cannabis plant and in products that can be derived from the cannabis plant.
Yeah.
And I want to see that being available as much as possible. But given that there are places and circumstances where it's not available, I have a product that meets those requirements. And so if you want to take CBD and you're afraid of not being able to pass a drug test, I have a product for you.
Definitely. Yeah, and that's really, in my opinion, a game changer. Do you have someone running the business side of that, or is it just you?
I have, right now, there's three of us involved with the company. There's myself, my business partner, and we're actually currently doing our manufacturing directly out of Colorado.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, great place.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
So,
cool. Because you have two businesses now, and me running one, I know how that goes. Just the books alone, like,
right?
and the taxes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Not fun at all. It's definitely good to have people on your side.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And how's the gym going? You have a lot of members in there?
The gym is good. Yes,
Yeah.
we're, I tell everybody, I'm eating well. My kids are fed,
Yeah.
and I get to do work that makes me happy and feel good about what I do for my community. So it's a
Absolutely.
win-win as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and when I first started my business, I'm like, I'm gonna be rich, 100%. And now I'm in your boat where it's like, I can eat, I'm good, and I can do what I want to do, which I think
Yes,
is a big plus of not working for someone like I hate this 24/7.
absolutely.
So I guess we have to count our blessings in that way.
Absolutely. Success can be defined many different ways,
Yeah,
and personal freedom is probably one of the biggest indicators as far as I'm concerned.
I agree 100%. And do you sell your product in your gym?
I do. I
Yeah,
do. It's available here to all of my clients,
yeah,
and it's available through our website online. And like I said, we're in talks right now about trying to get it into some local stores.
that's a great idea.
If anybody is interested in distribution, I'm more than happy to talk to them about it. So,
Definitely.
like I said, we launched our website just January, so we've really only been out
Oh, really?
2.5, 3 months now.
Wow, yeah. And it's kind of a hard sell in the way it's kind of like a vitamin where you take it
Hmm.
and it's helping, but like, can you feel it? It's like one of those things where, like, if you're eating kale, it's like, I know this is good for me, but you don't feel it, so it's kind of a hard sell. But
No,
if
you're
you
absolutely
understand
right.
the benefits, then you know what you're putting in your body's good to help with what, like anxiety, all those type of things, mood, uh, all that stuff. So
I'll tell you, I have heard anecdotally from customers and people who have been taking it, a lot of very positive things, everything from mental clarity and focus to anti-anxiety.
yeah,
For me personally, I mentioned that I'm 46. I maintain a very active uh, schedule.
yeah.
I'm at the gym probably 12, 13 hours a day. I personally, my training regimen is 3 days a week. I take Brazilian Jiu Jitsu 2 days a week.
Yeah.
I teach Muay Thai 5 nights a week.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very physically active. I started taking the CBD because I was interested in its analgesic and anti-inflammatory
Right.
properties.
Yeah.
What I did not expect is I'm also older and was starting to have experience with mid-level blood pressure issues. So it wasn't high, but it
Yeah.
was high enough that my doc was wanting to put me on blood pressure meds.
Oh, wow.
Within a week of having started supplementing with CBD, my blood pressure was down 10 points.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's insane. And there is also this thing with blood pressure where, if you're eating, say, a high fat diet, it can affect your blood pressure, but not in a negative way. There all this science about that? It's kind of a tough one nowadays because they say, like, with cholesterol and all this stuff
Hmm.
that it's not necessarily bad and it could be due to training and all this stuff. So it's another one of those gray areas.
Yeah, exactly. And I know, and I had actually not heard that, but it's interesting that you mentioned that. Just my personal experience, I was going through a powerlifting phase and had gotten to the biggest that I've ever been. So I'm 6'2", and I was up to about 275.
Oh, wow.
And it was about that time that I experienced that blood pressure increase. So
Yeah.
that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I'm just, spouting off Joe Rogan facts and Rhonda Patrick facts, you know.
Well,
So I'm definitely not a doctor, so don't take any of
yeah,
my advice as being a doctor.
and neither am I. So
Good.
yeah, for sure. But I think it's awesome that you mentioned Rhonda Patrick. I've actually been listening to her podcast
Yeah,
um, as well.
I
So
have too, and that thing will make you feel so stupid, But I listen to every single one, and I'm just like, I think I got something from that one. She's just
yeah,
so
for sure.
smart. Yeah.
She is, and then
Yeah.
I've been following time restricted eating, and so
Yeah.
listening to Sachin Panda, I'm just like I have to rewind and go back and what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It seems to be the way to go. I kind of cheat it where I'm like, I sleep for say 8 hours, so I wait a little on breakfast, and then I'm like, okay, I fasted. Because I think people hear intermittent fasting, they think, oh, I can't eat during the day. But I
No,
interpret
man.
it as you can do it, most of
Use
it
that
during
sleep
your sleep.
cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, for sure.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to help with everything, but listen to her podcast, Found My Fitness, Dr. Rhonda Patrick. All right, Dave, this has been a great podcast. Thank you very much.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Have a good day, and I'll let you know when this comes out.
Awesome, dude.
All right.
I look forward to it.
See you later. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, thanks. You too.
Bye. All right, that's been Dave from CBD Life Balance. We're going to jump into some news because that's what you guys are here for more than likely. The Florida International University Bridge. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but today's Friday. It was just put up on Saturday. It collapsed and killed 6 people, which the bridge was intentionally made to protect students from crossing the street, but they went up on this bridge, too much weight. Apparently, they're saying the cables needed to be tightened or something, but in my head, I go, if you're going to put students on this, it needs to be proven and it needs to be, I'm not an engineer, but schematically correct, if I can say that. Some more bad news. 7 U.S. service members killed in a helicopter crash in western Iraq. Salute to you guys. Thank you for your service. If I can even say that, it's kind of tough to say. It's got to be the worst news ever if that's one of your children. Sucks that we're out there, but we're out there. On a lighter, better note, if you're not a smoker, the FDA begins to cut nicotine levels in cigarettes, so make them less addictive, but can they do something about the chemicals, make it more natural? Probably so. All right, this has been the Ian and Taryn podcast. No Taryn, just Ian. All right, guys, have a good weekend. Bye.
You've been listening to the Ian and Taryn podcast. See you next week.
Goodbye.